here we rest our hands onto our knees or thighs, palms staying open. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. And exhale, open mouth. Inhale, pour the energy up. And exhale, open mouth. Keep going, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Preferably have your eyes closed. Six more deep breaths. Inhale. Suspend your breath. Exhale completely. And hold your breath out. Relax your jaw, your shoulders. Take a little zip and exhale. Another 30 seconds. Holding the breath simply out. Contain and consolidate the energy that we activated. Good. Take an inhalation. And exhale, open mouth. Second round, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Fill yourself up and empty out. Last 3 breaths. Now inhale. Suspend your breath. Now pull your perineum, sex organ, navel in and up. Really squeeze. Apply the locks, the bandhas. Pour the energy all the way up to the top of your head. We exhale, open mouth. And just really holding our breath out for 30 seconds. Take a little inhale. Exhale, open mouth. Suspend the breath for another 30 seconds. So we start our last round. Inhale, nose. Exhale, open mouth. Ensure you drop your shoulders on your exhalation. Last 3. Take a deep inhalation, suspend your breath, again pour your perineum, sex organ, navel in and up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Suspend the breath. Pull the energy up to the top of your head. Hold your attention there. Now completely exhale. Hold the breath out for 30 seconds. Relax your jaw, your shoulders. Keep your spine straight, tuck your chin, bring your head slightly back. Let's take a little sip of air. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Good inhale. Exhale, open mouth. 2 more times. Now we place our hands on the ankle in front or on our knees. Inhale, arch forward. Exhale, round back. Keep your attention on your perineum, the space between your rectum and sex organs. As if you're exhaling out of this space into the earth, activating your first chakra, your first energy center. Moving your pelvis forward and back. You can do this sitting on a chair with your feet solid on the ground. Having your knees and your feet in alignment. Engaging your entire spine, keep your head leveled, chin parallel to the floor. So let's inhale forward. Exhale, come sitting straight. Rest your hands onto your knees. If you sit on the chair, bring your knees further apart. Inhale, Sufi grind. Exhale, round back. We're stimulating all the elements this morning. If you can, keep your eyes closed, tune inward. See how you feel this morning. What's on the forefront of your mind? Reverse the direction. We slowly come to center, bringing our fingers and interlacing them on top of our head. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale to the right. Activating the fire. We move through the earth, the water, into the fire center. Inhale into center. Bring your arms out to the side. Left palm is facing up, right is facing down, and then rotate. Left palm is facing to the back, and then you alternate like a screwdriver. Focus now on your heart center. Reach through your fingertips. Our heart energy goes all the way into our little pinky. More breaths through the nose. Good, fingertips in front of our shoulder, thumbs behind. Inhale, nose. Elbows come together in front. Exhale, open mouth. from air to ether. Good, last one. And then bring your hands, your thumbs touch, your index fingers touch. You keep this mudra and you look in between this triangle. Then you bring your other fingers up. Now let's do it this way, so that the other fingers, the index fingers touch, middle fingers touch, the others are out to the side. You inhale in two like, and you stretch your arms forward, still keeping the gaze in between the triangle. Exhale, open mouth and one. Two inhalation, one exhalation. Keep your eyes open. Activating another ether center. Interlace all your fingers, place them on top of your head, and just for 1 minute, bring your hands up 4 to 6 inches above your crown. Keep your attention at your crown. So if you look up there, through your palms, into the heavens, long, deep breath. All your energy centers are now activated. Just a little bit longer. Now inhale, separate your palms and bring your hands all the way up. Exhale, sweep through your auric field. And rest your hands on your knees or thighs. Take 3 deep breaths. Good, and we are ready for you, Nirmala.
Thank you, Siddhi. Oh, good morning, ladies. So nice to see your faces. So today we're going to talk, we started in our check-in, but we're going to continue speaking to the white Tara, to a goddess. And the reason I have chosen her is that we have a wonderful visitor coming to our area. His name is the Honorable Palden Sengye Rinpoche, and he's one of the young Rinpoches from the Tashi Lampo Monastery, which is the monastery that our beautiful elder Rinpoche, who has visited us in the past, is the former abbot. And so this young gentleman, I think he's about 36, he's been given a very high honor by His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, and is now practicing as this Rinpoche and traveling around the world and sharing teachings. And he's coming here June 18th to the 21st to the Bay Area, to Palo Alto, actually, to the Yoga Center, which is, I've spoken about this, is the place where the Tashi Lampo Foundation holds their sanghas and gatherings, which you're all welcome to go to as well. They're just very close, actually, to where I've moved, and they have the woman who runs the foundation for the Tashi Lampo Monastery has a space above her home, which she calls the Yoga Loft. And it's a small space, but adequate for gathering. And that's where we're going to gather the end of June for our Sangha gathering in person for several hours on Friday, the 30th. But this particular Rinpoche will be here, and I will include all of his schedule in our weekly email, which will go out tomorrow. But he is giving a talk on Tara. Who is Tara? Why is she so powerful? What is the significance in Tara in the Buddhist tradition? And what is a lifelong initiation into Tara as a goddess that you follow in your life, or as a saint that you follow in your life? So he's doing some morning meditations and informal discussions about Buddhism, which should be very interesting, and also evening meditations. So I'll send that schedule to you. But it made me start to think about Tara, who has been a goddess that's sort of been on the periphery of my sort of my awareness for a while. And so I wanted to speak to her a bit today. And I guess I would start with the question, why do we care about who Tara is? I mean, it's lovely to know, but why is it important for us to have some more insight and a little more information about Tara? And I would say because she represents the divine feminine attributes, which many, most, all, I will say, of us wish to embody: compassion, power, liberation, spiritual guidance. When we turn our awareness to this goddess, we embrace her qualities. And the awareness encourages us to focus and to remember these qualities that we carry in ourselves. So we're reminded that we're custodians of these qualities and these attributes, ladies. And as that role, as a custodian, we have a responsibility to look in the ways that we can in our lives to find it's like a reflection. When you see this in someone else or in another being of some sort, whether historical or present, we are reminded that we carry that. It's a mirror. And we want, what our job in this lifetime is to polish the mirror. That's very Ram Dass. We're polishing the mirror that's reflecting that which is coming from the outside and that which is being reflected from the inside out. And that is our spiritual practice, is the polishing and the cleaning of this lens, of this mirror. But when we're reflecting, we want to reflect that which we wish to be embodying more and to be showing into the world. So looking at any of these goddesses or saints or people who have been in our lives in various ways, being reminded of how they carried those attributes. What was there? Everybody has our own unique way of offering into the world, but the places we want to put our attention and our awareness is on those attributes that we wish to hone and offer back into the world. So Tara is simply an archetype. So we engage her as a tool in our spiritual journey, one of many tools that we have. So we're going to just speak a little bit about her today. The first thing that you should know is that she is a goddess worshipped in both the Hinduism and the Buddhism traditions, which is a little unusual because typically they're slightly different goddesses and deities that are followed. But the goddess Tara was quite established in Hinduism before Buddhism came along. And in Hinduism, she is the form of primordial energy. She's Shakti. She's that juiciness that's in us. And when the Buddhisms, specifically the Tibetan Buddhisms, pulled her into their arena of goddesses that they worked with, they hold slightly different attributes or very specific attributes for her. So you should know that in today's Buddhism in Tibet, she's the most popular deity that's followed over everything. If you're in Tibet, if you're in Nepal, you will find that Tara is everywhere. She's believed to possess the ability to guide followers on their spiritual path. So all of those who are looking to develop their spiritual nature are looking towards Tara for guidance and for support. She is considered a supreme goddess or a female Buddha, such as a bodhisattva. And as you know, a bodhisattva is the evolved one that chooses in the reincarnation cycle to come back to be able to offer guidance and support and teachings and whatever into the world of the physical body. So in the Buddhist tradition, once you've finished your cycle of life, you don't need to come back, you're done. But a bodhisattva says, no, I still have more work to offer too. I still wish to offer to those in the embodied form these teachings. So she's considered that. So we find her not just as a historical figure, but a figure that's active in our life today. She's considered and referred to as the wisdom goddess, the embodiment of perfected wisdom. I love that. The embodiment of perfected wisdom, the goddess of, she's also considered the goddess of universal compassion and the mother of all Buddhas. So she's got a big mantle that's placed across her shoulders. She is really a heightened being in the Buddhist tradition. She's often described in text and depicted in imagery as the female consort of the most widely revered Bodhisattva, Avalokiteshvara. It is said that one of his tears, he was crying, and one of his tears fell to the ground, and out of that she was born out of this tear, and his tears were those of compassion and love. So she came out of this pool of compassion and love. So she appears in different forms. The two most popular forms that we will hear about, you'll often just hear generically as the goddess Tara, but there also is a white Tara and a green Tara that are there are other Taras, but those are the two that are most commonly referred to. And the white Tara is the Tara for compassion and peace. She represents longevity and the carrying on of the tradition and the practice of compassion and peace. And the green Tara is more about activities and movement, and she's the protectress and overcomer of obstacles. So they're used in slightly different ways. The red Tara, which you hear about not too often, but sometimes is considered the power Tara. So those are aspects of the goddess Tara. Overarching is Tara. Coming into specific attributes are the colors, which is really beautiful. So one goddess, many expressions through these different colors. Is that not what we're doing in the world, ladies? One, expressing in many different ways. You can call them colors or names or numbers or whatever you want, but we are working to develop those attributes that we carry in ways that can be expressed not only as an experience to ourselves, but an experience in the world. So this is the reason we would even call her into our attention, is because she offers us the opportunity to be reminded that we are all of those colors and all of those attributes, and to keep honing them and to keep celebrating them and to continue to be using them as our power into the world. Our power is through our wisdom, and we're using our many different tools to activate and to be able to develop that wisdom, to access it. She's an access point. This is like having the router in your house for your Wi-Fi, and then you have access points around your house. She's one of our access points. And so I encourage you to use her in many different ways, and I'm going to talk about a few of them. The main mantra for Tara, which I imagine you heard, and I think that Siddhi has actually had us chant it before, if not here in one of our retreats, is Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. And there's some beautiful mantras, singing mantras that you can chant along with. And I just love that she crosses across these two traditions, the Hinduism and the Buddhism. She's this juiciness that, in my experience of Hinduism and Buddhism, Hinduism is a little juicier and more colorful, and Buddhism is a bit more about the teaching and scripture and sitting and doing your meditation. And it's a little drier for me, but that Tara goes across both of those and embodies these qualities is very inspiring to me. And I really like that notion that we as women are crossing across many different valleys, many different places where we're contributing whatever it is we're carrying with us as we travel on this path. And it isn't either or only in certain places. You can be this juiciness all the time. It's not a selective way of showing up in the world, not a selective way. So I invite you to bring her into your daily practice through mantra, using the mantra, which I will include also on our weekly email. Also by placing a photo of her on your altar. You may choose if you Google her and you just Google the goddess Tara, you'll see the different colors and the different depictions. One may resonate for you more than another. And most importantly is holding her in your consciousness. So that which we hold in our consciousness and we carry into our day is what oozes through us. That's what comes up. It's what's on the forefront. So when we're keeping qualities that we want to express on the top of our mindfulness for the day, those come out of us much more naturally. So this week, I would love for you to use the mantra, I am the embodiment of the great goddess Tara. I am the embodiment of the great goddess Tara, and let her be a tool for you to step into and remember that which you already are. And before I leave you, I want to remind you that this week, some of us were having trouble finding our way onto this Zoom call, that your link can be found to our gathering in 3 places, easily in 3 places. One is Siddhi's website, siddhisyoga.com. It's very easily found on there. One is on our WhatsApp. If you go to our group, the information on our group, it's posted there. Or if you go to your computer and you just search for Shared Wisdom, all of the recent emails will show up, and it is in our weekly email. It is also listed there. So those are 3 ways that you can locate us, because we don't want you to be lost and not find us. And then just a reminder to have on your calendar, if you are local and you can make it, or if you want to come from out of town, the woman who is hosting the gatherings at the Yoga Loft, they have a little bed and breakfast. They own a piece of property here in Palo Alto. One building is a small, I think she said 7-room bed and breakfast, little tiny place. And the other is her home, which the loft on the top of her home upstairs is the Yoga Loft. So even if you're from out of town, if you wanted to just take a little overnight, you might want to come and spend Friday with us, or whatever. Just that we should be gathering in person in small and longer term ways as often as we can. So have a beautiful week. Let Tara satiate you, every cell of your body.